Hey guys, you've got to bend your knees. You've got to bend your knees. You're like this, and you're here, and you're doing this. I don't have anything. There's no way that I can get through him unless I chase him this way. What's he going to do? We're just going to go in a circle. You're like an airplane with his wing cut off. You're going to do this all day long. See that? You've got to bend your knees in here. When you take this hand to the opposite hip here, you've got to get him past. See that? I'm pulling him down past me. You guys get that? You don't wrestle from up here just because we're drilling. Now we're going to do this. Even more when you're drilling, you got to bend your knees. So even more when I'm drilling, I got to bend my knees. Almost to the point of where it's ridiculous. Now when I drive, I'm not going to spin in a circle. I know that when I throw my head and step this. Remember what I said, you got to be able to run and step this back leg up. He's going to the mat. He is going to the mat hard because your legs are bent. Your power is not here. Power is not here. Your power is here. Your wrestling power is here. And you notice it's not here, it's here. See the difference? This isn't wrestling power. This is wrestling power. I can react, I can shoot, I can throw, I can hit, I can jump, I can stand on my head, and then I can come back up. Whatever. Here, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Here, I'm not stuck. I'm not stuck now. I'm not stuck now. I'm not stuck now. I'm not stuck now. There it is. 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 See that? The problem with that is that your heart rate's too high, you think. You know why you think that? Because you don't get in there enough. You got to get in there, and you got to get your heart rate so high all the time that it's normal. Are you on the same page? Sure. So you got to move. Go! Go! Bend those knees! Look at that. What's going on? Where's Matt Pitts at? You weren't here the whole time. Where were you talking to your wife? Are you married? Who doesn't know Matt Pitts?
Me.
You don't know who he is?
Most guys around here won't know.
They don't know him, huh?
Yeah, he's not that famous.
I know.
That guy's up north. That guy up north, huh? Up in Iowa? He's from up in Iowa?
North Georgia.
Call it wrong.
He's a hillbilly.
Yeah. First time I saw him, he called me a Yankee. No, I'm just kidding. I coached him back, how many years ago was that? 10? 7, 8, 9, 3, tough guy right there, guys. All right, where's my partner at? Okay, next skill. You guys get in here. Better. Because you're bending your knees, but I don't remember the face right now. Somebody right over here. Good job. You got to here. You're like this. Were you working right over here? No. I don't remember who it was. Anyway, you guys got to here. You're still a little bit stuck because you're just driving that way with your body. You're going to start shuffling and you're going to get your head in here and then you're going to go that way. See that? What we got to get used to, and if you caught me earlier, what I said is when you get here, we got to look across the back. See that? And in order to do that and keep my position without losing the integrity of my position, I got to step up with my foot. That's what squares my hips. See that? Now I'm looking the right way, the correct way. So when I'm in here and I got into this position right here, and I'm like this, the next step is with my hips and my step of my foot and my outside arm, I am going to move my head across that back right there. See that? This seats very deep now. Right there. It's not this. It's not this. Switch into a double. It's when you get that angle, right here, it's stepping up and across. Look at where my head is. I'm looking that way. I'm looking around him. Trying to look around the outside leg. See that leg step up? Now I'm squared up to go through him. This is tough on this guy right here. Look at how close your hips are. See that? What's the next step? Pull it with your hand. What's the next step? Boom. What's the next step? Boom. See that? And the other reason, and we'll get to this a lot later too, we'll talk about it, especially in single leg finishing. The other reason for being able to run like a normal run is because it shifts your hips open. So that's what allowed me to clear that leg. Alright? So when you get to this angle right here, let's go here. When you get to right here, and this leg's stuck, and I come here, and as I drive this, I want to pull this out, I got to run and open up my hip here. Right there, that's going to open that out. So naturally, as I'm wrestling, look at where that leg's going. And then I run, and now I really have got him in a really bad spot in this position. Even if he's the best scrambler in the world, my solid basics beat him. Every time. Every time. So when we're in here, when we get here, and I get this angle, it's here. See how that leg came high? That leg came high because you ran and then ran again, and that's when that leg comes out. And then you put him down. And also, didn't do a lot of things here. Didn't do a lot of things. You guys are smart people. When you get here and you're running, and you open this hip up right here, what do we have? What do we have?
Turk.
Turk falling right into that Turk. What's he going to do right now? He's going to turn down, or he might turn into me, or wrestle. Wrestle. Now we got a lot of things in the works. So not only is he thinking about, man, who's this guy on me with pace? Man, who's this guy on me with hands on? Golly, who's this guy that keeps changing levels on me? Oh, he keeps hitting me with his shoulder. Now he's got an angle. Not only is he thinking about all those things and the takedown, but he's thinking about my hips are exposed. And what happens if your hips are exposed? You get turned. His hips are exposed. Stay out your back. Stay out your back. It'll be really hard for him to stay out his back because they got his hips exposed. Hips are turned up. The Turk or the lever, he can't get your hip down. He can't get it down. You've got to bring up top leg forward. Okay? Here's the drill, the next part of the drill. Angle offense, hands on, heavy pressure, I get my tie, hand to hip, right here, bent, my shoulder, my shoulder. Don't worry about it. The shoulder will lock in as you drive. See that? And you stay low. So we're going to start putting him in the mat. Angle, hip, angle, arm to the leg, step, drive, put him in the mat right there. If you fall into the turkey, fall into the turkey. If you don't, you don't. Just get him to the mat. How are we going to get him there? That head, I'll re-emphasize, this head is key. This head is key. I've got to be looking across that back. You got it? All right, let's go. Fire up. Hey guys, speed is not critical right now. All right, that was really good. But position right now. Teach, or for you guys, it's learn, drill, wrestle hard. Right now you're in learn. Whether you know this or not, you're in learn. Because almost to a man in here, or a person, almost to a person in here, your heads aren't across the back yet. Your heads aren't across the back yet. Until we get this working right there, we're going to struggle here against the best guys. How many guys go to Fargo? How many guys have won Fargo? Win Fargo. Win Fargo. You win it with pace. You win it with work ethic. You win it with mental toughness. You win it with spiritual toughness. You win it with physical toughness. You win it with solid position. You win it with never blinking. That's how you win it. So you gotta slow down right now tonight. What month is it? Is it March? When did you take care of it? February or March?
February.
Is it February? Is it early February right now? Huh? Is it? No, you haven't even had Halloween yet, right? So it's early. So slow down. Do it. Do it anally right. Do it anally right. Go. Yeah, yeah. Hey, take that hand to your hip. Take that hand to your hip. Like I said, as you get better, it won't matter as much. But right now, you want your opponent coming out over you or past you. Take it to your hip. Go. Got some good things going on now. Too high. Too high. Bend your knees going in. Good. Good shot right there. Get your head across. Okay? Get your head across. Good job. But you're like this. Get your head across. So when you drive with your head, you don't just do this. You do this. Hey! Hey, think about this. When you guys throw your head, it's not this. It's this. So you're taking him down. When I get my head here, I'm not just going this way. I get my head here, I'm going this way. I'm bending it down to the mat. I'm taking his position away. Taking his position away. Gable used to always say to me, head up, hips down, good. Head up or head down, ass up, bad. And that's what you do in this position. You take him, see that? I'm taking him to the mat without doing anything with my hands right now. All I'm doing is I'm running and I'm exaggerating my head. So when I get in here, I'm exaggerating my head here. See that? See how he's going to the mat? Or we could do it this way. See the difference? See the difference? I would rather have this right there. Because when I throw that ear across, that's when I can finish right there. That's when I can finish. It makes me keep the angle tight. See that? All right? So think about that. Keep it going a little bit more. Go, go. Not just this. Stick. Remember, I'm taking him here, right? So I'm taking him here. He's standing like this. I'm going to get here. No, he's standing like that. And when I do that, I'm completely going through it.
Whoa, that's going to hurt.
Does it make sense?
Let's go.
Sit there. Okay.
Pull that later.
We'll get some just dehydrated. We'll just say that. Nice shot right there. I won't do my job. Saturate your hand. Just set it sideways across. Now we're going to
Hey, get your hand on the leg. Pull it up. Dig down. See that? Here.
bring it in. All right. He gets in on a shot. Go ahead. Easy. Just get in on a shot. Okay. Look. Look at the hips. Hips are going that way. Hips are going that way. And you know what? I was talking with I wasn't really talking. I'm doing a lot of listening. I wasn't really moved to talk, but he was talking, and I'm thinking this is going to be a great camp. You know why? Because he was saying all the things that we say. He was saying, guys got to have their head up and their back straight. They got to be driving through the body. They got to throw their head through the body. They got to run their feet, keep their head up, their back straight, their hips underneath. And he was saying that stuff. So this is going to be a great camp. I don't have to teach that all day. That's why we're already this far. But remember, hips through the body means you have to step up. You can't step up like this. You have to step up with your head, with your outside arm, and with your leg, and your hips. That was a double step. See that? It's not just this. Because I got to do this. Then I got to do this. Then I got to do this. See, my hips are through him. My hands are close to my body. If he's going that way and I'm going that way and my hands split, there's a lot of space between my elbow against a really good guy that wrestles counter offense. Anybody ever wrestle with a guy that's really good at counter offense? Oh, you don't know what you're doing, right? You gotta know what you're doing. All you gotta do is do what he says. Head up, back straight, drive your feet, throw your head, pull with your hands. Head up, back straight, drive your feet, throw your head. That's what gets the angle. Yeah, I forgot about throw your head. Throw your head. We all can pull with our hands and drive your feet. Throw your head. Get the angle. Throw your head. That's what gets the takedown. That's what gets the angle. That's what gets hips through his. We on the same page? All right, let's go. Good job so far. Keep it going. Keep it going.
You're gonna give me a layout so I don't get in front of these cameras anymore.
Yes, what weight did you wrestle in college? What are you weighing about now? You're weighing about what I am. 50? Really?
He was going to use you, but now you're over his weight class.
No, I'm not messing with this. I've rolled with this a little bit a number of years.
You got nice stuff.
I'm not messing with this. I'll tell you guys a story about Chattanooga later on tomorrow sometime. Remind me though. Are you going to remind me? Remind me. Hey, you're going to tell me a story about Chattanooga. I don't want to tell it right now. I don't want to tell it right now. We got too much work to do. You guys get in here. Right here. Right here. You get in here. You're getting this angle. It's not just enough. Remember, maybe I didn't coach it well enough or say it well enough. It's not just enough to do this. Not just enough to do this. Remember what I said? What are our feet doing all the time? They're always moving. I'm always ready to get into a position where I can fire. And even when I fire, stay with me here. This is the tricky part of this. Even when I fire a leg attack, I still have to be ready to re-attack that position or finish it off right, or whatever word, re-penetrate, whatever word you want to use. I got to be ready to do that. So it's not enough for us just to take our hand to our hip here and then say, okay, I got the angle, now I'm going to finish. We got to be active in getting all the way to that corner, so as I was taking him to my opposite hip, look at what I was doing with my feet. That's a computer image of what should have happened right there. I did it in about 10 or 12 steps. In reality, it'd be 2 or 3 steps. And it happens so fast that you don't even really see it on video. You don't even see it on video. It's just part of getting an angle, which is what this session is about. Right now, look at his hips. Are his hips facing me or are they facing blank air? So we're good. Where are my hips? They're a little off, right? But if I'm bent, and I have an outside leg keep my head tight and step up with my back leg, where are my hips going to be? See that? And that's the difference right there. Because we were ready to follow through and attack our opponent, now I'm in a position where I can finish. And even before that, just because I got him to where I wanted him, I was active in even doing more. See that? Watch my feet and kind of focus on my feet and below my knees, but kind of focus on our hips too. So when you get here, it's this. See that? It wasn't just this. Yeah, I got the hand on the hip. I got the angle. He came past me. But I didn't get to this angle. See that? So now that I did all that work and I got him to here, I wasn't proactive with my feet because I'm a little bit maybe lazy right here. Now I got to redo it anyway, right? To beat this guy, even with a low stance, I got to redo it anyway. And by that time, he may be squaring out and wrestling me. And that's what we want to eliminate. I was watching a workout. What's today? Friday? Watching a workout yesterday. We had a run yesterday. And I'm trying to think. I don't know. Yesterday or Wednesday. And one of our guys kept getting to the leg. He was doing this stuff. He was doing this kind of thing. Boom, you run out. When he was getting there, it was one of our young guys. One of our really, really top trained young guys. And he was wrestling a guy that, he was an NCAA finalist. And he was getting there, 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 and then he was getting frustrated because he wasn't scoring. You know why he wasn't scoring? Because he wasn't following through this way. So if I'm going to get this elbow and I'm going to run this angle pass right here, go ahead, step out. See that? He can't run out because I follow him. If I get here and he runs out, I follow him. I want a guy to run out. We do one of two things. If we get here and he steps out, we try to grab him and pull him back. So as he's kicking out, I'm doing this, there's a separation. Or I get here and I get this angle and he's running out and I didn't step up and I wasn't active enough to keep my angle on him. So I was too late. What do they call that in wrestling? What do they call that in wrestling? No, what do they call that? What's that? Timing. Not time. Timing. You ever heard that? You ever say, hey, your timing's off? I know you've heard it. These guys hear that stuff?
Mine is that.
Or what is it now? Now your nuclear clocks. Something. Right? See, but back when I was wrestling, Gable would say, hey, Brad, your timing's off. And all that means is when you get here, your timing's off because you're not active. See, my timing's not off now. I brought the hand to the hip, and then to make space, I even passed him further past me. See that? My hip was here. Maybe this will make it make sense to you. My hip was here. But to score, I had to get it even deeper than it was. All right? And then we're there. Got it? That's a lot of words. I know. Let's go work that out. Couple more. We're right there. Don't forget about your head. Don't forget about your outside arm. And don't forget about your back or your outside leg. Stepping up. Outside arm, outside leg, and head. Don't forget that just because we're talking about standing in front of me with your hips. Bump, 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 with your feet. All right, go. It looks good. It really does. You just got to get the little things going here. Like that. I know the solution for sure now. Okay, you run out of gas. And your old man says, hey, get out there and push the car to the gas station. What do? You push it, right? You push it, turn around, do the car. Even though you're out there. Push it, right? But in wrestling, I gotta push with my hips, pull with my arms. That wouldn't make sense, would it? Would it? Hey, get out, push that car. You're back there, and you're pushing it, and you're trying to pull the bumper off at the same time. It'd take you a while, wouldn't it? Here's the difference, though. The car weighs 3,000 pounds, somewhere in there. This guy's the same weight as you. So as you push, you pull. That's your finish now. Now that's your focus. So when we get there off of all of this stuff, okay, we got head, we got hand, we got angle, we got level, we got active to angle, we got attack, we got outside leg, outside arm. Now we just gotta pull everything back and keep driving. Right there. You're captured, aren't you? You're captured. He's captured. It's over if we do our work. Do you get more intense or less intense the closer you get to the finish? More intense. We back off. I got him. I got him. I got him. Oh! I lost by one with time running out because I didn't get intense. I got him. I got him. I got him. I really got him right there. 3, 2, 1. State champ. All of a sudden. And you wonder why. There's a reason for it. Angle. We got it. We're doing it. We're doing it. But now we're doing this. Buckle it down. Tight. Angle. Right there. Mentally, I saw it. That was a really good one, actually, for me. Mentally, I saw it. I didn't stumble. Mentally, I see it. I know my head's good. I know my outside hand, and I know I'm going to step up. Now I just got to pull with my arms. That's where the finish is right there. Got it? Sure. Last piece, and we'll move on. Go. Remember, you got to push a wrestler different than anything else in the world.
Go. 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 Just hip down, go. Hip down right through. Wings stuck in here. You done here. You should have done that on. Oh, here. Go through. Go. 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 Okay, turn her hip, turn her hip, turn her hip, turn her hip through.
Hey! Guys, bring it in real quick. Got about 30 reps left. You guys get here. When you guys get here, get your angle. Get your angle. We got 4 or 5 groups right here that we're doing it, and now we're starting to pick up our pace, and we're not getting our angle. What is an angle? Space? Corner? Not really space, though. Is it space? It's a close of space. An angle is a close of space. See that? An angle says I don't have to go to my knees underneath you in front of me. That's all an angle is, right? Because I have to hit an angle here. If I hit a knee pulse angle, I got to get my angle. I'm going to bust your knee there. Feel that? Your ankle? You feel that? What do I got? Huh? Got it? An angle is power on my knees. I still got to have an angle. I got to take the space away. What's angle? I said it.
Where's the space?
An angle is penetration past the arms. See that? An angle, a Russian tie, penetration. He's in on my leg. I pull him up. An angle is a close of space. It's a penetration on a counter offensive shot right there. Right? Pressure, snap. An angle is penetration to my goal line. Right or wrong? So now all of a sudden we're talking angle offense where we're taking Russian or ball back, and we're not doing that. We've got to still do the micro things, the little things. Maybe we need to go back to just doing that. Maybe we need to just do that. Hey guys, you guys know who Tony Ramos is? Yes, sir. Tony Ramos he hasn't been struggling, but he's getting so good with his single right now that when he drills it like this. Okay? Because it's just so easy for him. So we got to go back and got to tell him, hey, Ramos, hit the shot. So even if this is my millionth time of doing this, I'm still doing this. I'm still doing this. I'm still doing this. Because I held myself accountable through all the million that I did. Yeah. See, and it's actually getting stronger. So now I'm starting to pull a shoulder out of socket when I do that. Now I'm starting to get there. See how he's going down, he's leaning forward. So I'm making my head work easier. It's already where I want it from my head to finish. Does that make sense? If it makes sense, then we got to execute there. It's not about how fast you're doing it right now. It's about how right you're doing it. What about 20 reps each time? We're going to switch something else. Come on, let's get in. Stuck him out. Good. Best one you have. Good. Better. Have your knees bent a little bit. Bend it with the foot, right? With the head. Let's go. Don't throw your shoulder out. Don't throw your shoulder out. Don't go here. This. How these guys look over here, good? Anybody watching over here? You watching over here? Hey, semicircle, let's go, move on the hop. They look good over here? All right, over there, pretty good. That's pretty good. This part of the room right here, now you're on it. Now you're on it. The funny thing is, we could spend all night here because when we focus on this, then you forget this. When you forget this, or then when you focus on this, then you forget you do this. You don't do this. See that? And then when you do that, you get this and this and this, and then you're not throwing your head. Then when you throw your head, then you're not throwing your hands, and you forget to do this again. So you gotta, that's why what Coach said earlier at the beginning of practice, write it down. Write it down. So if I was going to write down, I'll just give you an example real quick and we'll move on. Give you an example of what I would write. And I got notes from 5th grade that when I read them, they still make sense. So I would go, okay, stance inside tie. Head tie outside lead leg, hand opposite hip. That would remember, unless you come back to it 10 years later, it might not make sense. You're going to come back to it on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. Hand opposite hip. Bend knees. Shuffle or penetrate to the angle. Shuffle, hustle the angle. hand to high crotch position, hand to high crotch position, head tight, step drive or drive like a runner would, drive like Carl Lewis. Carl Lewis, is that too dated for you guys? You guys know who Carl Lewis is?
No, there's not that. Bolt. You say Bolt. There you go. Don't know that guy.
Bolt. Everybody knows Bolt, right? Bolt. Run like Bolt. Pull with your hands. Throw your head. Hips in. Head up. Back straight. Intense through the finish. There you have it. You come back to it on Wednesday. When you weren't getting it, you would, oh, I'm not bringing my hand up yet. Oh, no. So that's the point. Right there. We got it? Who brought a pen and paper?